Welcome back, everybody, to another edition of the Contributor Tech Discussions. This time we're experimenting a bit with the format. Before we go into the regular, we'll first cover the GNOME Digest. It's an update from our DevRel team around what cool stuff has been built recently, as well as some events that we attended and events that we will be attended. So essentially a quick summary of everything going on in our ecosystem. Leon, Michelle, the floor is yours.
Yes, thank you, Nemanja. Does everybody hear me well?
Yep.
Awesome. Yes, so as Nemanja said, we are bringing back or creating this new thing called the GNOME Digest. It's supposed to be a bi-weekly or weekly glimpse into what's actually growing in the Gnoland ecosystem. The idea is essentially that many incredible packages and applications get merged into the monorepo or are built elsewhere outside of the monorepo, but we think that they shouldn't be unnoticed. So the Digest is essentially here to create a space or a little slot about sharing and highlighting everything that's happening in the GNOME ecosystem, and basically make it easier for people to discover, explore, and collaborate. And this is one of the ways that we'll show that Gnoland is alive and that it's growing. So we post these on Twitter as threads, but also we're going to be reading them out here during the call. Nemanja, I'll take over the screen if that's okay. Yep, thank you. So this is the first edition that we posted about a week ago, and soon there's going to be version 2 coming out, or the second edition. So this is the GNOME Digest, as I said. So first of all, one of the things that we merged, and it's not really visible yet because the staging network is not fully up yet. We merged the ability to be able to browse packages by creators. So now if you just search for example, p/mul, you'll be able to get all of the sub packages of that path. Then we have a new package, a new pure package by Mattia, I believe, which allows you to visualize charts in your realms, in your renders, which is really, really nice. Then we have a small package that's helping you to sort coins, so std.coin. There's a couple of things you can do here, but it's essentially an easy way to not have to wrap the coin struct into the interfaces required for sort.sort. Oops, okay. We have expanded the SVG support, or Lou has expanded the SVG support for the p-demo SVG package, and now it supports a couple more new things. For example, I actually managed to make a small GNOME from SVG in my home realm, which is really, really cool. So I guess you guys can check that out. And then there's a new package by Lou that's essentially ASCII. It's for ASCII diagrams and charts. So for example, this one that you see here has been built using this package. And it's really, really practical because you can showcase things inside of your renders. Okay, so that was the first one. And now we're jumping to the second one, which hasn't been posted yet, but it will be soon. So we have added, or Geronimo has added, the render support for the Common DAO factory. So I don't know if anybody has been following about the Common DAO factory, but essentially it's a way that you can create DAOs using this realm stored under RNT Common DAO. It's basically a DAO factory. And from this PR, which has been merged recently, we can now actually see all of the DAOs and everything. And this PR basically provides render support for the DAOs being built in the factory. Then the students that are working with us in the student contributor program are building r/place. This is somewhat of a mimic of something that's happening on Reddit. So it's a way to paint canvases together. So every 2 minutes you can paint 1 pixel. So I suggest you check out the pull request here and see when it's merged. Then we have a really interesting way to use the GNO Web Query functions. So essentially, Nicolas created this calculator realm, which basically showcases the way that you can use GNO Web queries or query parameters to do some actual cool stuff like math. And then we have a small package that allows you to convert Cosmos and GNO addresses, vice versa, and vice versa. The idea is that you can just pass something in, like a string, and it's going to plop out a GNO version of the address. And also, there's a couple of other functions like being able to convert any other prefix to GNO or vice versa. And then finally, we have we're making the common DAO a little bit simpler. The idea is that before you needed to create and check for errors within your validate and execute functions when you were using common DAO, but now we've added the interfaces and the must versions of these functions, which will panic and will handle the state revert by themselves, so you don't have to manage it in your own code. And then finally, this is something that we saw last week. The students, so Leo, Paul, and Munya, are working on a package that can interpret the EVM bytecode. So the idea is that we can actually shove some Solidity code into this and actually have it work for us and do something. And I believe they demoed this last week, or actually not last week, but 2 weeks ago on the previous call, and I really suggest you guys check this out. This is some really, really nice work and also a big test of the GNO VM itself. So congratulations, guys, on this. This is really, really cool. And I really hope to see this pop up very, very soon. And yeah, thank you everybody for building, experimenting, and sharing. And if you find yourself here in this list, please retweet, share your work, make no heard of, and yeah, let's keep building.
That was an awesome update, Leon. Any questions from the audience? All right, let's move over to a demo from the Samourai team. Norman?
Hey, let me share my screen. I do a little demo of the new backup and restore functionality that operates on blocks. That's what was requested by Miloš. And it's not merged yet, but I hope you can see my terminal. And I ran a little node for a bit of time before the call to show you this. So there is a new configuration option in this proposal. There's a new configuration option for the Gno node that allows to enable a backup service. That you can find here, which are the documentation. So I'll enable a backup service that is used to stream blocks very efficiently. It's a gRPC server. And I restart my node. Now I will do the actual backup, which is a new contribs binary that's called TM2 backup. So it's like other commands, and I just can run it to create. So this just backed up 1,000 block in this directory. So this is 100 blocks file in a tar Z standard format, because it's very well supported, and the standard is very efficient for compression in terms of speed and space. So now that I have my backup, I could also have made a partial backup. I can show you that actually. Let me make a partial backup up to block 42. So this just wrote one file. Now let me restore this backup from a new node. So let's go in Gnoland, remove the data. Actually, I need to keep my validator data. So let's just remove DB wall. I should have prepared this a little bit more. Sorry about that. I was one of the last time that I had to do demo. And also maybe reset my validator state. I think maybe I can just remove it actually. I don't remember. Sorry. Up. And now there's a new command called restore. And I also use the same lazy routine to create it really easily. And I need to pass it my backup dir, which was in the MISC folder. MISC and the backup. Control. Excuse me. Hop. And this will run the restore from the backup. Up, done. Up to 42. I could have also did a partial restore up to the block I want. But this will error out because, no, sorry. And 8, my bad. This will fail, I think, because it's too, yeah. It's already smaller. What I ask is smaller than the chain 8 I just created. So, and I can now start my node normally. Up. I think let's need to put that. Oops, I didn't stop my previous node. This was a bit. I was lucky that the demo worked. And now it should resume synchronization. Yep. From the 8 I restored from, so 42, 43, 44. And that's all for me. Yeah, Guillaume?
Could it make sense to add this restore function to Gnodev so we can like debug like any taking this restore it in Gnodev to debug?
You can. There is packages. Well, you can look the pair. I didn't link it. I'm sorry, but there is packages to read and write from backups that can be used by code. It's not just the CLI tools. So okay. If you want, you can. There's one caveat. Maybe you could help me on this. Is that I couldn't restore up to. Let's say you have 1,000 blocks in your node. You do the 1,000 block backup. Then when you restore, you can only restore up to 999 because to commit a block, you need to have the next block when you're not in the consensus. So I didn't want to refactor and touch all this. So maybe we can do this in the next step or try to understand how to do this correctly. But maybe it will be problematic for you to use since you can't like restore up to the exact block.
Okay. Super interesting. No. I want to try it at least to give a look.
Yeah,
it
sure.
looks super interesting. You can send me the link. Which pair is it?
It's 3946. I dropped the link in the chat.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
And add it to the Docker just after.
Thank you, Norman. I can speak on Miloš's behalf. He'll be very happy to see this recording. That brings us to the end of our agenda. It's been pretty light today. Does anybody have anything they want to bring up now? Any topic for discussion, any concern, any question they might have? All right, going once, going twice. Okay, wrapping this up. Thank you all for coming. It's been short but sweet. So I'll see you again in 2 weeks. Have a great week, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thanks.
Bye.